Good morning, welcome to SlimChat. My name's Tracy and I've forgotten the number. Nothing new there then, eh? So, yeah, welcome. And, whoa, I was ill yesterday. Honestly, completely and utterly in a funk. And I fell asleep about 5 something. And I had an hour. It was a bit of a disruptive sleep and a bit weird. A bit half asleep, half dreamlike, and it wasn't satisfying, but at least I did have a little bit. And then I woke up and I was tired and just like sitting on the sofa watching TV and talking to Gary, but really I had no energy whatsoever. And I know it's because I went off a little bit off the rails as well, and I think partly, well, quite a bit bigger part of it is the fact that I still get good days and bad days after having COVID, and yesterday was a bad day. So I'm hoping now that I'll have a few good ones. So I've got one parcel. It's not my skinny stuff, but I have, this looks odd. What's this? Ow. Whoa. So obviously, when you buy the jam and toast tea in a shop, they get it in packs like this because there's 4 in there. So as I ordered 4, they didn't arrive singularly, but in their box. Wow, look at that. Look at that chin. Shocking. Best before end of July. What year? Heaven knows, it doesn't say that, but that's probably just, well, it'll be gone by July in this year anyway. So let's have a little look. Let's open this up because I've reached, I've got about 3 bags left, if that, of my last box. So that arrived just in the nick of time. Got to be careful because this is a little bit dangerous. I'm always trying to open boxes in a dangerous way. I really don't learn. My boy's dad, he was trying to do something once, get a bike pump off of the packaging, and using a Stanley blade, which is one of those carpet back blades, and he cut through his artery. I know, he's an idiot. What can I say? So there we go, 4 nice neatly packaged jam and toast tea. I'm so excited because you can't get it in the shops. And I just want to say a big thank you to the subscriber who put me onto these. I can't remember who it was, but somebody told me about it. See, that's the illustration, but I don't put milk in mine. But I don't recommend anybody put their tea in the toaster. That's just a silly illustration because you know that there's somebody out there. I don't know who it might be, but you know, that is just, there should be a disclaimer on this package somewhere. Please do not put your tea in the toaster. It's fine. Oh dear, never mind. Anyway, so this is it. It's amazing stuff. I wish they did it in bigger boxes because you only get 40 in a box. And that doesn't last me long, I can assure you. But at least I've got that now. Biscuit tea is easy to find in the shops. So occasionally they sell out, but it comes in very, very quick. So that's the first time I've ever had a package arrive in an Amazon kind of paper bag. That's weird. Anyway, I digress. So yeah, no sign yet of my skinny package. I think I had an email from them, so they probably processing it. So I'm hoping to get that soon then, and I can show it to you and sort of review the products. That would be fun. There was loads of products, and I went into Home Bargains yesterday, and I bought some yarn in there for my other channel, Crochet Rocks. Wanted to try it and do a review on it. So while I was in there, I noticed they had a lot of skinny sauces, and they had one that was called banoffee pie, and I said to Gary, why don't you get that, because he loves banoffee pie. And because we do have some ice cream, so I said, why don't you get that and put that on your ice cream? I'm not having any ice cream, But he said, no, I want to stop having stuff like that. And he said, we can't put that in coffee, can you? I went, well, you can. It's syrup. You can put syrup wherever you want to put syrup. And it was sugar-free. So he could have tried it. They're there anyway. They're not very expensive either. But there's a whole line of them. I should have made a note of what flavours they had. But I know they definitely had banoffee, if you're interested in that. But they probably had all the usual sauces that you see, but I'm not sure if they're the same brand as the ones this company are selling. When it arrives and I get a look at it, I'll compare it and we'll see, because there's quite a lot of skinny sauces in Home Bargains. Home Bargains actually have proved to be quite a good little shop, because there's a Chinese curry in there by Mayflower, and I know you can get that elsewhere because I think we saw it. I want to say B&M as well. And I have to say, it's not the easiest thing to make up. But when you do, it tastes just like a Chinese curry. If you go to... I have to say this, though. Across the pond, across any other bit of puddle, lake, wherever you live, Chinese curry for you is probably different than it is for us. Because I'll never forget... we went to Berlin. There was myself and Gary and Mike and Gemma. Mike's my youngest son and Gemma's his wife. They weren't married then. But we all went to Berlin to a Christmas market. And we stayed there for like a long midweek thing. So it was either 3 or 4 days or something like that. And so the struggle for me was to find food. Because Mike ate everything in sight. And 2 or 3 times a day. Because he was bulking. You know, likes a bit of bodybuilding and all that. But for me, to try and find food that I could eat, because, you know, at the time I was trying to avoid gluten, but it didn't really work out for me. And I don't know, I found it difficult to eat those things. I didn't mind the bratwurst and the currywurst. That was nice, and you could get those in markets. And I didn't mind, I found a noodle bar, I didn't mind that either. And there was McDonald's, and I think I had 1 burger the whole time I was there, and that was only because Mike and Gemma were in there. So the rest of the time I found the food a bit of a challenge, and we went to it. There was a complex. The shops were all closed, but the restaurants were open, so we went in. I said, look, there's a Chinese, let's have that then. And we sat down, and I kind of picked up the menu, and there was nothing on that menu that I recognised. And there was some odd stuff, you know, for us, for our palate. Other countries are probably used to it, but for us it was like, whoa, what is that? And, you know, there was all kinds of bizarre objects in that, like, honestly. So I just said, no, I can't eat this. And I said, this is a bush tucker trial. You know, for those of you who watch I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here will know what that means. I said, I cannot eat this, so let's go. We managed to find a restaurant that sold food where I recognised what it was. And I had a venison casserole. The actual venison itself was beautiful. And they had this potato dumpling. So it was a mixture of a dumpling with potato in it, obviously. And it was okay, but I didn't eat a lot of it. Gary did, he ate the rest. But then they had this big pile of aniseed flavoured cabbage, and it was just not sitting right with my stomach, so I didn't eat that. So I didn't eat very much while I was there, because we managed to find a supermarket, so we bought snacks. And I lived on snacks and currywurst, bratwurst, which was lovely, and stuff like that. But I never found one. We also ate in a pub where the food wasn't so bad, but I can't remember what I had. But it was standard pub food. But I have to say, the actual food in the actual restaurants, I had not got a clue about. And it wasn't really kind of my palate, if you like. And Gary enjoyed his food while he was there, and so did Mike and Gemma. Well, I don't know about Gemma, but Mike did. But it wasn't really for me, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, kind of don't remember why I got onto that. Oh, God, I can't remember. Oh, yeah, curry. So, if that had been on the menu, I would have had it, you know, but it wasn't. There was nothing at all like that. So if you're from the UK and you've got Home Bargains, the Mayflower curry. They do mild, medium and hot, and I think I said they do it in B&M. So that is amazing. That is just lovely, and it makes a huge one so you can freeze them. But that is beautiful. Probably can't, it's probably not ideal on a low carb diet, so I won't be eating a lot of it. But if I do it, I just have something flavoured with it, you know. But it was gorgeous, I have to say, when I was not dieting. Got fish today, a medley of fishes. So there's a little tuna steak and a little haddock, I think, and I think a little salmon. So a little trilogy of fish. I'm not going to have anything with it because Gary, I think, will be having potatoes and I won't be. So I just said, no, I'll just eat the fish, and then if I get hungry later, I've always got low carb stuff that I can fall back on in the cupboard and the fridge. So, you know, I'll do it that way because I need to get back on the straight and narrow, really, and no more little cutting corners. I came off it. I had a little celebration for the fact that on my other channel, Crochet Rocks, I reached 6,000 subscribers. So that was my little celebration. I had some rhubarb and ginger gin last night when I sat there, and after I'd woken up and I was watching TV, I made Gary Purple Rain, so I did have a little bit. But all the Purple Rain stuff has gone. Purple Rain is my, for those of you who don't know, my favourite cocktail that I make. And it's not low carb in the slightest, but if you're having an indulgence evening, that's pretty nice. And I kind of make it with my own recipe, so if anybody wants me to do that, I will. I can't show it because I've run out of some of the stuff, but I can at least let you know. And I also finished off, this was the day before, my chocolate Baileys. So that's gone. It's not going to go off or out of date. So that's my little naughtiness period over with. And it's back to doing the diet. I hate it when I come off the rails, but I just felt ill. And the stupid thing is, coming off makes me feel worse, you know. So maybe I have to do that. Maybe I have to say, no, I'm absolutely sick of this whole thing. And I don't know, but I won't be doing it again. That's for sure. So breakfast this morning is probably going to be tuna and some peronaise, which I do like. If I can get in the kitchen, because Gary's doing the sealing. Otherwise, it'll be fresh air sandwich, fresh air bread, and maybe a coffee. I've already had one. So yeah, not really an exciting meal day, but a good leveling one to get me back on the straight and narrow. No more of Gary's yummy casseroles for me, although there is lots left, so we're going to freeze it. In itself, just picking the meat and stuff out, it won't be so bad. Having it with just veg, that won't be so bad. But I'm going to freeze it anyway because we don't really need it again. 3 days would be a bit excessive. Anyway, I'm going to get off and upload my videos. And if I am not snoring, I'll do a live stream later on over on Crochet Rocks. So if anybody fancies joining me, then please do. I also did an out and about video yesterday. It's not the longest one I've ever done. It's about 12 minutes because it was so bitterly cold by the end of the video. I had to call it a day and go home. And interestingly, after I got home, I crashed and slept. So maybe it was just exhausting for me post-COVID. I don't know. Anyway, thank you for watching. Stay safe. Take care. Stay away from that evil virus because believe me, the after effects alone are crap, let alone the actual way you feel at the time. So bye for now, and I'll see you soon.